Hello, we are in a spy in Siberia, and we are in chapter 11. The title is Motives Explained. Now, what is a motive? A motive is why you do something. Okay? So, why am I making this video? Well, I'm making the video so that you keep reading the book and you enjoy the book more and you hear how an American pronounces some of the words and improve your listening and hopefully improve your pronunciation. Okay, that's the motive of why that's my motive of why I'm reading the book with you today. Okay, motive. Motive is why you do something. Now, people have motives of why they do something good and they have motives of why they do something bad, you know. You talk to a bank robber, you say, well, why did you rob the bank? Well, he needed the money. His motive was, I need the money. That's his motive, no? Or maybe you go to Red Cross and you say, why are you working so hard to help to feed poor people or help in some way? And they say, well, I want to treat other people as I would be treated if I was in their situation. That's their motive. Okay? So here we're in the chapter and the title is Motives Explained. Motives Explained. It took some time for Fiona to recover from the stun gun. When she finally opened her eyes, she saw Louise Silva sitting in a chair watching her. Hello! Have you come to save the world, my dear? You're a little late, I'm afraid, he said. As you can see, my little factory is producing all the gas capsules that I need. We've almost finished. Isn't that right, Dr. Carlson? He winked at the terrified scientist who lowered his head in shame. It's true, Dr. Carlson said quietly. What are you, a British agent? An American agent? Asked Silva. Fiona was now able to answer. I'm an American, she said. Ha! Laughed Silva. The great and powerful United States sent one little girl to stop me. They have underestimated me, don't you think? Do you know what I'm doing here? He asked. I know that you've kidnapped the world's leading environmental scientist, Fiona said. You forced him to stop his research into global warming and create a gas which will make the planet hotter. Yes, smiled Scylla. But do you know why? Because you're crazy, said Fiona. You're a power-hungry tyrant who wants to cause terrible damage to the earth. Sybil laughed out loud. Ha ha! A sense of humor. I like that about you Americans. No, I'm not crazy, as I'll explain. Silva pulled his chair closer to Fiona's as the machines in the laboratory hummed quietly. Behind her back, Fiona tried to free her hands from the straps at the back of the chair. Do you know what will happen if the ice caps melt? He asked. Let me tell you. All that water, all that extra water in the oceans will raise the level of the sea by more than 65 meters. Can you imagine that? Any important cities near the coast will disappear. New York, Washington, D.C., London, Sydney, Barcelona, Tokyo, and Rio. My hometown, too. He counted on his fingers as he named each city. Millions of people will be killed or forced to leave their homes. It will be chaos. And what will you gain from this catastrophe? Asked Fiona. It would be terrible, laughed Silva. That's why it must never happen. I don't understand, said Fiona. Silva smiled unpleasantly. When I plant all these lovely capsules around the world, I'll have the power to melt the ice caps by pressing a single button. If I want to, he said. Then I'll make phone calls to every government in the world, and they'll each pay 100 million into 100 million into an anonymous account. I believe the governments will agree to pay that sum to stop the end of the world. Don't you? So, all of this is for money? Asked Fiona, disgusted by the man's avarice. What else? Laughed Silva. Money buys powerful friends. The president of my country doesn't like me very much. I tried to be nice to him, but he won't let me do what I want. With all that kind of money, I can get rid of him. I'll get other political friends who would like to see me govern. They have promised me complete freedom in Brazil. I'll own the banks, the internet, the telecommunications industry, the media, everything. That's not just money, that's power. Fiona wanted to get out of the chair and teach him a lesson about power. All the time Silva was talking, she was trying to free her hands from the straps. They were tight, but she had to break them. But your friend, Dr. Nielsen, understands me. Don't you, my dear? Said Silva, reaching over and releasing Edith from the chair. She stood up and rubbed her sore wrists. She didn't look scared at all. Fiona was shocked. What was going on? Eric Carlson stepped forward. Edith, what is this? His eyes full of sadness. Sorry, Eric, but it's time to face the truth, Edith said. You always thought about science and never about money. With this technology, we could all be millionaires. Science is for everybody, protested Dr. Carlson. It's not about a few individuals getting rich. What do you mean? Our company is going to save the world, shouted Dr. Nielsen. We should be paid for that. Would you really give them what they want for free? You're no better than Silva, said Dr. Carlson with disgust. But you can't do it without access to my files, and I'll never give you the password. If you kill me, my research will die too. Luis Silva stood up from his chair. Dr. Nielsen has been very helpful in working out my plan, he said. You'll tell her the passwords, or you'll pay a very high price. And you aren't the only one who will pay. He took his phone from his pocket and spoke into it. Bring them in, he said. Seconds later, two men brought a woman and a teenage boy into the room. It was Dr. Carlson's family. Wow. This is getting exciting. This is getting scary. Okay, so we have some different words here. One is winked. Wink. Wink. That's a wink. In shame, cum vergüenza. In shame. So when you're embarrassed, you're in shame. You feel bad about what you did in the past. Underestimate is when you make a false calculation of someone's power or money or influence. Okay? Or other things. When you think someone's weaker than they really are, or someone is smaller than they are, or less intelligent than they are. That's underestimate. A tyrant. A tyrant is like a dictator, or someone who always does whatever they want, regardless of thinking of other people, and with no checks or balances. Ice caps. Ice caps are the areas of ice on the world. Like, for example, we have an ice cap in the north and we have an ice cap in the south. And that's where most of our fresh water is kept, in the ice caps. Any other words here? Yes, get rid. Get rid of this. Throw it in the trash. Eliminate it. It's not necessary. Okay? Get rid of him is eliminate him. Put him where we don't need to think of him or see him anymore. Rub her sore wrist. Rub is when, like, this is your wrist, and if it's sore, it hurts, and so you rub your sore wrist. Okay? And that's it. Thank you. Thank you for reading this with me, and we'll see you later. Okay? Goodbye.